Hi, do you know Shylock? Shylock was a central character of a play written by renowned writer William Shakespeare in his play named as Merchant of Venice. Shylock was a money lender who was lending money to the needy persons who are borrowers against a security. Security was nothing other than the pound of flesh of the borrower. If the borrower is not paying the money of the Shylock, Shylock will come and claim for the pound of flesh of the borrower, which is a little bit scary. That kind of borrowers are nowhere exist nowadays. But suppose if you are a borrower, your creditors will come and act or behave like Shylocks, not by claiming your pound of flesh, but by suffocating you, by claiming or putting claim on your assets, by stopping your business, by putting you under the suits and suffocating with you, and finally drown you into the deep sea of the debts. Up to the introduction of the IBC, there were many laws which is actually dealing with the debtor-creditor relationships. But no other law other than IBC had beautifully separated, segregated the debtor and creditor by putting a person as resolution professional in between them to resolve the conflicts and resolve the debts. Prior to the IBC, even under any other law like SARFAESI, one creditor will take an action against a borrower for lending, for recovering their money. Other persons also frantically started claiming the money from their money, and finally will suffocate the borrower into the ultimate stoppage of their business. And the money and the business, everything stops, and it will become purely unrecoverable or irrevocable. With the introduction of the IBC, there are material changes in dealing with the debtor-creditor relationships. Everything starts in IBC by a debt which is defaulted. When there is a debt which is defaulted, the creditor can approach the adjudicating authority, which is National Company Law Tribunal. Creditor may be an operational creditor or a financial creditor or the corporate debtor itself. The applications is being filed under Section 7, Section 9 or Section 10 of the IBC. Whatever it may be, on filing such an application, adjudicating authority will evaluate the merits and make sure that there is a debt which is defaulted, will admit the application. On admission of the application, a person, a professional who is an insolvency professional will be appointed as the resolution professional in the corporate debtor. Resolution professional will replace the corporate debtors board of directors. That means he is going to control or continue the business operations from where the board of directors stops. The responsibility of the RP is to operate the company or the corporate debtor as a going concern. He need to deal with the employees. He need to deal with other creditors. He need to continue the operations of the company. He have other responsibilities under the IBC such as valuation, inviting the application from the resolution applicants, and finally hand it over to a successful resolution applicant, which is the culmination for the resolution process. But suppose if the RP is also getting suffocated by the creditors by putting unnecessary burden on him, like institution of suits or enforcement of security proceedings or stopping the essential supplies, how can he peacefully conduct this period? We know that the CIRP is for a time-bounded process with hardly a time period of 180 days, which can go up to a maximum of 330 days with certain conditions attached. So when if the RP is not getting that peaceful time, he will not be able to carry out the responsibilities effectively. That period is actually given under Section 14 of the IBC, which is called Moratorium. Section 14 of the IBC mandates a moratorium on the corporate debtor from the date of commencement of the CIRP. Moratorium means no judicial proceedings can be initiated against the corporate debtor during the CIRP process. No suit can be instituted against the corporate debtor. It is not permitted to even continue the existing suits which is going on against the corporate debtor. It is also ensuring that all the essential supplies of goods and services such as water, electricity, etc. are being provided to the corporate debtor, and nobody is allowed to stop such kind of services to ensure the continuity of operations of the CD. So this moratorium is basically a calm period for the corporate debtor as well as for the RP to carry out the operations of the company or a corporate debtor on a going concern basis without getting disturbed by the outsiders or other creditors. So it is very important for the successful operation of the entire CARP process, the moratorium have to be in place. So today's topic, I had covered this particular specific topic for your information. We will come up with more detailed topics on coming days. Thank you very much.